much you can do to try and push through it.
Are you serious? I mean, he made the defender look silly right there. Just an epic move.
Timeout called, the Raptors. And this is their first time matched up with the Celtics this year.
They'll be seeing plenty of each other this year. 4 total meetings between them.
Some changes for Boston. Williams is checked in for Horford. Gallinari comes in for Brown. And Brogdon is subbed in for White. So Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. Achua's checked in for Pirtle. Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. Reddish is checked in for Scotty Barnes. And it's Gary Trent Jr. in for Anunoby. And he drops the first.
And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Pass to Trent. Van Vliet outside. And the Raptors miss again.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Here's lights out. And he drops that one in. He's got 11.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Van Vliet misses.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Here's lights out. Let's go with a three. And so it's the Boston Celtics burning this break in the action, up 10. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. We'll be right back after this word.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
Brogdon and Brown are on the wings. Robert Williams out there with Danilo Gallinari. And it's lights out in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. And it's the Raptors with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. Van Vliet outside. Back to Trent. Fires from deep. And he buries his first look.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. And he makes it. 15 points in the game. The Raptors shooting only 25% from the floor. Not great. Time called here. The Raptors decide to talk it over. And legacies are defined in the playoffs. Game to game, what's the measure of greatness for a star player in your mind, Grant?
Well, B.A., I think it's all about consistency. The great ones in this league historically bring it every night. They may have a bad game here or there, but for the most part, the energy, the effort, and the consistency is always there.
So both teams making some changes here.
They are substitution.
So that brings the first half to a close.
That's the end of the
It's the
first half.
Celtics. They lead by 12. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
38.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Toronto's got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. So for the Raptors right now, the forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. OG Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Poeltl in at the 5. Now here's VanVleet. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And when you look at VanVleet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds
Taking
his
2
own.
shots.
First free throw is good. And VanVleet, a very solid defender at his position, Grant.
Not great length, but strong as any, BA. I mean, he has great hands to bother the ball handler and great defensive IQ that makes the most of his athleticism.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Here's lights out. Off the mark there with a 3.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Jason Tatum added muscle to his frame and layers to his game, but still not satisfied. He said, quote, "I just got to be better. I have to elevate my level from being one of the top 10 to 15 players to a top 5 player. I got to make everybody else around me better. Brian, still work to do."
And plenty of runway to do it, Allie. Thanks.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And if you're just joining us, we played just over a minute here in the third. Rebound by VanVleet.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Driving to the basket, shoots over Brown. VanVleet misses. Boston's shooting has been excellent so far, around 56%. 90 seconds into the second half now. Here's lights out. He's got 15. Just 5 on the clock. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Toronto ball.
So it's Toronto now. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Three-pointer VanVleet. And the Raptors miss again.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You were right about that, BA. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Now here's Siakam. And stolen by Williams. Out to the right wing. Back to Brown. To the middle. Trying to get back on track. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Horford.
Yeah, the savvy of Horford on display. Just tremendous passing as a big.
Outside Barnes. Back to VanVleet. Takes a 3. On target from range. VanVleet's got 15 points.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Timeout called. The Celtics.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Celtics making a switch here. Brogdon's checked in. Pass to White. Here's Lights Out. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Reddish.
I'm going to say he hasn't found the same success here in the second half compared to what we saw from him in the first. And he's very confident from that range. But you can't make him mistake.
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Outside Reddish. A minute 35 left in the third quarter. Achua passes to Van Vliet. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Reddish. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 9 rebounds now.
And it seemed wherever Horford has gone during his career, his teammates really enjoy playing with him. A testament to his leadership.
Just 1 for 5 this quarter, but don't expect him to back away from adversity.
Trent outside. Pass to Reddish. Back to Trent. Outside Reddish. And there's a 3-second violation.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, they don't.
Here's Van Vliet. And the layup falls. Van Vliet's got 10 points here in the second half. You can tell Horford's teammates look up to him. He's an accomplished veteran with a lot of experience and knowledge, Richard.
Yeah, he's just so selfless. The kind of guy who actively tries to make his teammates better. Just a terrific glue guy.
Horford and Williams together in the front court. Then it's Jaylen Brown. Then it's Derek White. And it's Lights Out in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Anunoby finds Siakam. Clock at 6. Here's Van Vliet. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Siakam. Siakam's got 4 assists now tonight. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Lights Out. White on the wing. Pass to Lights Out. Fires the 3. He drops it from range. 21 points in the game.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Van Vliet outside. And the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
Here's Lights Out. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. To the inside. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. To the paint. Second chance effort. Here's Pirtle. And finally they hit one.
They get this rebound, but they haven't been able to keep up on the boards. They're lucky the game is as close as it is.
Here's Lights Out. And again, Boston with the triple. Well, Richard, 17 years for you as a player. If you were to give some advice to someone starting their playing career right now, what do you think that would be?
Oh, it would always be get your routine down. Get your pregame routine. Get your summer routine. You got to figure out what it is that makes your game work. Because it's hard as you get older. NBA careers don't last very long. But if you put your routine, you put your game first, everything else will fall in line.
Now here's Van Vliet, guarded closely.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense.
Foul. OG Anunoby. 3rd personal foul.
That one's off.
At the line for your Celtics. At the line for two.
That one's no good. Toronto has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. From behind the arc. And again, Toronto no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to White. 5 on the clock. Here's lights out. And he knocks the jumper down. 28 points for him.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Celtics.
They were the more accurate club. And in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for lights out.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
Here's lights out. Launches it. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. And the Celtics lead by 18.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Now here's Anunoby. Van Vliet outside. Outside Anunoby. Will it go? The rebound, Celtics. Here's lights out. He can't hit that time. Barnes with it. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling.